Okay, hello guys. Today we are talking about the reflection. Okay, so let's move to the first part of reflection. Okay, so what is reflection? We can say that reflection is a flip of a shape across a mirror line. Okay, so sometimes it can be x-axis, sometimes it can be y-axis. Okay, so it's very important for us to understanding what is for the reflection. Okay, so for example, like here, we can just move into the first part of the reflection. So we can just choosing some standard mirror line like x-axis, y-axis, and so on, like vertical lines, x equals to a, and horizontal lines, y equals to b. Okay, that is it. And then we can just draw a diagonal mirror lines like y equals to x and y equals to negative x. Okay, you can find there because it's a symmetrical to the x-axis and y-axis, right? Okay, that is it. So here we can say if we have a point AB and it's reflected across y equals to x, it can changes into BH. Like for example, like here is for 0.13, okay? X-axis equals to 1 and y-axis equals to 3. And once you reflect it like here, it just switches into this point because it changes into 3, 1, okay? That is from AB to BA, okay? That is it. And here is how to performing a reflection, okay? So here you can find on the left is a blue triangle, okay? And after reflected from x to the 3, it changes into the red triangle, okay? So we can say here, you can choose each point like here, just to find the reflected point like here, because this point is for 1, 4, right? Okay, so here is 3. So here we can say the distance between the point to the axis is 2. So here is for 5, 4, okay? And if this point can be chosen as 1, 1, we can set this point, we can choose it as 5, 1, right? And if it's for 2, 1, we can set this point is reflected and can be chosen as 4, 1, okay? That is how we can performing a reflection, okay? It's very important for us to choose it, okay? So also we have a description of a reflection, okay? So first we can set the name as reflection and we can set the equation of the mirror line like line y equals to x or other, okay? So we can set how to find the mirror line. Just to use 2 points and then to find their perpendicular bisector, okay? That must be a mirror line, okay? That is how we can find this, okay? So let's do some deliberate practice together. Just describing the problems and describing the knowledges is not very difficult. Okay, so maybe you want to do yourself, you can just pause the video and then just follow on your steps. And if you want to keep on going, you can just follow with me. Okay. So maybe for first problem is a point for -2 is reflected in the x-axis. Okay, so we can say here that this point is for 2, right? And it is reflected in the x-axis. We can say this is another point like here. So this point has the same x-axis is 4, and we can say the y-axis is reflected, right? So before it is -2, now it is for +2. Okay, that is for first problem. And for second problem, 0.35 is reflected by the line y equals x. Okay, so we can say here, please reverse 3 and 5. So it can become to 5, 3. Okay, so this is a new coordinate. Okay, that is problem 2. And for problem 3, the triangle is mapped to the triangle B and A to 6, and the tip of the B is 8, 6. Okay, and this is for horizontally. Okay, and this is 2, 6 and this is 86, right? So you can first find the like the midpoint that is for 5, 6, right? Okay, so we can say where the point is reflected by x equals to 5, okay? Because here is a perpendicular bisector of the 2 points, okay? That is it. So we can say that just horizontally reflected by the line x equals to 5, okay? And for problem 5, draw a sketch of the triangle reflected across y equals to -x, okay? So here you can just first draw the line y equals to -x this way, okay? So that means like if x equals to -1, y equals to y, and x equals to -2, y equals to 2, okay? So maybe here, if we have a triangle like here, so we can just choose in this point as one point and then draw the reflected point. And if choosing another point like here, and then draw to this way, okay? We can just connect it with it, and then just we can draw like this way, connect it like this way, and you connect it all the point together. Okay, so we can say that this can finally form a triangle as a reflected triangle. Okay. So that for today's our lesson. How we can just truly understanding for what is the reflection and how we can set and how we can describe the reflection. Okay, they are very important for you to understand. Okay, so that's for today's lesson. See you next time. Bye.